Intro segment, Hype Opening. What's up, basketball fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a wild one for you. The San Antonio Spurs and Phoenix Suns faced off on November 2nd, 2025, and this matchup was everything fans hoped for: electric, physical, and full of highlight plays. Two Western Conference teams with something to prove clashed head-to-head, and this one went down to the wire. From Victor Wembanyama showing why he's already one of the most unstoppable forces in the game, to Devin Booker reminding everyone he's still that guy, this Spurs vs. Suns showdown had everything. Let's break down all the action, quarter by quarter, with full analysis and the biggest moments that defined this instant classic. First quarter, Wembanyama sets the tone. Right from tip-off, you could feel the energy inside the footprint center. The Suns came out with their usual firepower, led by Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, but the Spurs weren't intimidated. Victor Wembanyama wasted no time showing why he's one of the league's most exciting young stars. Just 2 minutes in, he hit a turnaround fadeaway over Jusuf Nurkic, then followed it with a monster putback dunk that silenced the Phoenix crowd. Tre Jones and Devin Vassell pushed the pace early, taking advantage of Phoenix's slow rotations in transition. The Spurs were attacking the rim with confidence, moving the ball crisply, and forcing the Suns' defense to collapse. But Devin Booker, being the elite scorer he is, kept the Suns within striking distance. He scored 10 quick points in the first quarter, using screens from Kevin Durant to create just enough space to hit contested jumpers. By the end of the first, the Spurs led 32-28. Wembanyama already had 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks, showing off that incredible versatility that makes him a matchup nightmare. Second quarter, Suns catch fire. In the second quarter, the Suns began to find their rhythm. Bradley Beal started attacking mismatches, taking advantage of smaller guards and finding his mid-range groove. Phoenix also tightened up defensively, closing off San Antonio's driving lanes. The bench stepped up too, with Eric Gordon and Grayson Allen hitting timely threes that sparked a 14-3 run. Coach Greg Popovich responded by bringing Wembanyama back into the game earlier than usual, and the rookie immediately made an impact. He blocked Beal's jumper, grabbed the rebound, and threw a full-court outlet to Keldon Johnson for an easy layup. Still, the Suns' veteran poise shone through. Durant started cooking in isolation, pulling up over defenders like it was nothing. With about 2 minutes left before halftime, Booker drilled back-to-back three-pointers to give Phoenix their first lead of the night. The crowd was roaring, momentum had shifted, and it looked like the Suns were ready to blow things open. But Wembanyama had other ideas. He ended the half with a deep step-back three over Nurkic that made every fan in the arena shake their heads in disbelief. At the half, Suns 58, Spurs 55. Third quarter, the duel begins. The third quarter was where things really heated up. Booker and Wembanyama went bucket for bucket in one of the most entertaining stretches of the night. Booker opened the quarter with a fadeaway jumper, but Wembanyama answered with a smooth Eurostep layup on the next possession. It was superstar versus rising superstar, and neither wanted to back down. Keldon Johnson brought his trademark energy, crashing the boards and attacking the rim. Meanwhile, Tre Jones did an excellent job keeping the offense balanced, hitting open teammates and controlling tempo against Phoenix's aggressive defense. The Suns leaned heavily on Durant during this stretch, but San Antonio's defense began to swarm him. Jeremy Sochan's length and physicality caused real problems for KD, forcing him into tough, contested looks. On the other end, the Spurs capitalized, hitting threes and finishing at the rim. By the time the quarter ended, San Antonio had regained control. Wembanyama threw down a highlight reel dunk off a lob from Jones that gave the Spurs a 4-point lead heading into the final frame, with the scoreboard showing Spurs 86, Suns 82. Fourth quarter, clutch moments and chaos. The final quarter was pure drama. The Suns came out firing, Eric Gordon hit a corner three, then Beal nailed a pull-up jumper to tie the game. The atmosphere was intense, and both teams were trading haymakers. Wembanyama continued to dominate both ends of the floor, blocking 2 shots in a row on one possession, one on Nurkic, the next on Booker, sending the crowd into stunned silence. But Phoenix wouldn't go away. Booker responded with a cold-blooded three from the top of the key to put the Suns up by 1 with 4 minutes remaining. Popovich called a timeout, regrouped his squad, and out of the huddle the Spurs executed to perfection. Devin Vassell drilled a catch-and-shoot three, then Sochan made a key defensive stop that led to a fast-break dunk from Johnson. The young Spurs looked composed beyond their years. With just 45 seconds left, the Suns were down 2 and had the ball. Durant got the switch he wanted on Sochan, rose up for a mid-range jumper, but it rimmed out. Wembanyama secured the rebound, got fouled, and calmly sank both free throws. Booker hit one more jumper to keep it close, but the Spurs sealed the deal at the line. Final score, San Antonio Spurs 108, Phoenix Suns 103. Post-game breakdown, Wembanyama shines. Victor Wembanyama was once again the story of the night. He finished with 31 points, 12 rebounds, 6 blocks, and 3 assists, putting together another MVP-caliber performance. His two-way dominance completely changed the flow of the game, especially in the clutch. Devin Booker led the Suns with 28 points and 7 assists, while Durant added 22, but the team struggled late when it mattered most. San Antonio's ball movement, hustle, and defense made the difference. Popovich's squad looked more mature and composed, while the Suns appeared frustrated by their missed opportunities. Trey Jones and Keldon Johnson also deserve major credit. Their energy and consistency were huge factors. Johnson poured in 18 points, while Jones finished with 10 assists and just 1 turnover, keeping things steady under pressure. Closing thoughts, Spurs are coming. This game showed that the San Antonio Spurs are no longer just a rebuilding project, they are a legitimate problem in the Western Conference. Wembanyama is developing into a generational talent right before our eyes, and his confidence in late-game moments is something special. For the Suns, this loss will sting, especially since they had multiple chances to take control. Their stars produced, but their defense faltered in critical moments. With Beal still working his way back to full strength and Durant managing his workload, Phoenix will need to tighten up if they want to keep pace in the brutal West. But tonight, it was all about the Spurs. Wembanyama's performance reminded everyone that the future is now. Outro, call to action. What did you think of the game? Was this Wembanyama's best performance of the season so far, or do you think he's still got more to show? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more NBA breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you never miss a highlight recap like this one. Once again, the final score, San Antonio Spurs 108, Phoenix Suns 103. Another classic in the making.